All right, in this video, you'll see something a little bit interesting that this is a black and white picture of a function, a first derivative and a second derivative of that function. And I would like you to look at these three graphs, and I would like you to try to determine which one is the function, which one is the derivative, and which one is the second derivative. And you'll keep in mind here that the derivative of a function f tells you about whether or not the slope of the tangent line to that function is positive or negative, tells you about the slope of the tangent line. And then the derivative of the derivative tells you if the slope of the tangent line to f prime, one of these graphs, is positive or negative. It'll tell you if the slope of the tangent line to f prime is positive or sloping up or down. And then the second derivative will tell you about whether or not the function is concave up or concave down. So continue looking at these. I may let you pause the video for a moment and try to determine which function is which. And when you think you have your answer, you can unpause the video and we'll get going again. All right, we're back. So you know from, if you've been watching a lot of these videos, that you know that blue is our function. Red is the first derivative, and the darker color gray is the second derivative. So let's go through here and see if we can understand why this is the case. Right? So I've got the first and the second derivative shown. So here we have blue as the function. We can see that the function's tangent lines are sloping upward. They're positive. Okay? So that's why the red curve is a positive number. But then at a certain point, at a certain point on the blue graph, right, we're about to go from concave up to concave down. Here, that other graph is the second derivative. It's about to pass through zero and we're about to change sign here. So we switch concavity from concave up to concave down, right? And our slopes to the red arrow are getting less sloped and less sloped and less sloped, which is why the red curve had to go up and come down. Right here at that inflection point, that is the most curved that the function, that is the steepest the tangent line will be right here. And after that inflection point, we can see the first derivative gets smaller and smaller. And now our derivative goes negative on the red curve, and we're negative. And right here, right there is another inflection point. We switch from concave down to concave up. This is the most negative our derivative will be. This is the most downwardly sloped that the blue function will be. And then after this point, we can see that the tangent lines get to be less and less sloped. Okay. And we are getting less and less curvy. The concavity is getting smaller and smaller. Okay. And so that is how we decide which function is which.